Greetings, BeamNG enjoyers, and guess what? It's another subscriber special coming. Yep, 2 of them in fact, because I just got 200 subscribers. I now have 206, but I've been wanting to do these videos for a long time, ever since I hit 200 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. And as promised, I will be taking a look at some sketchy mods from World of Mods, Modland, and BeamNG.drive. And these sites get a bad reputation. You wanna know why? It's because they have some of the most broken mods with no textures and some of the worst mesh slaps that you can find, and some of the worst mods that you can get. But as promised, I will be doing some mods, so yeah. I'll be doing some mod reviews, so yeah, I got 3 mods from Modland, 2 mods from World of Mods, and 2 mods from BeamNG.drive. And where shall we use those mods? Well, in East Coast USA, aka Royal Woods in my videos. Yeah, no, it's not Royal Woods, but some of the houses look similar to the ones that you see in the Loud House, and it does kind of give off the feeling of Royal Woods. It's not Royal Woods, but still looks pretty similar. Yeah, it's actually Firwood. So yeah, we'll be testing a lot of these mods in Firwood. Alrighty, so first mod to review is the Chevrolet Caprice. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Yeah, there's no textures, but oh wait. Yeah, there's missing gauge clusters in the dash. And the freaking thing in the center is a Bruckle Bastion part. Yeah. Yeah, there's the amount of damage. Oh my good golly. I don't even know where to begin. Let's see. There's I think that could be a no texture up there. Yeah, his freaking interior is just messed up. Yeah, doesn't look good while crash. But you want to know the worst part? If you peel away the mesh and you hit Control B and then Control numpad minus, you see. Now wait a Wait a minute, that's a Brockle Bastion mesh! Yeah, see, look, they just used the freaking Brockle Bastion mesh and just slapped the Chevy SS body on that. I could do better mods in automation, man. Yeah, this has to be one of the most slapped together mesh slap attempts. It is unbelievable. And yeah, look at that. That proves it. It's a freaking Brockle Bastion. Yeah. Now this mod is sus. Yeah, it's sus, I tell you. Sus. Let's compare it to its base car, the Bastion. And if you open the hood, yeah, just look. Yeah, there's no openable parts. You have to use the node grabber to open the hood. But yeah, if you see that, that's friggin' Brockle Bastion V6. You see that? Okay. Oh yeah, opening the hood in the Bastion is a lot easier. It's literally the same engine, but there are V8 versions as well. So let's take a look at the V8 versions. Alrighty, so I got a V8 version loaded, and he literally uses the same engine from the Cavalry Grand Marshal. Let's use the node grabber. Whoops, wrong. That's got scratches. Okay. V8. Wait a minute. That looks familiar. Let me check. We're gonna load in a Brockle Bastion with the V8 engine. Okay. Different sound. Yeah, it's actually a different mesh. Different engine model from the Bastion. But I wonder. We're going to go deeper into this investigation and load in the Cavalry Grand Marshal. I see some stuff going on here. Okay, open the hood. Yeah. The engine's mesh is not the same. Yeah, give it credit where credit is due. What about the trunk, you might ask? It's not that great in detail. Yeah, but just controller disconnected for no reason. Yeah, not a very good detailed trunk in my opinion. Could be better. See, look. Now that is a trunk with detail. Now let's peel away the mesh. Is it the same mesh? God damn it! It's the same freaking Bruckle Bastion mesh! Yeah. I'm gonna give this mod a... well... actually, I'm gonna take a look at one last config, the drift config. Alrighty, let's take a look at the drift config. How are those? Yeah, the Arabic drift is literally just the same as the 6AT. But I want to see if they're any different. Yeah, it doesn't even look finished. Yeah, seriously, like... there's literally no windshield. Yeah, there's also driver models in there. Yeah, I was better off without the driver models, to be honest. Yeah, there's no windshield. See if the other one's any better. Yeah, it's got the same driver models. But wait a minute. They're literally just mesh slaps of the crash test dummies by Crash Hard. Yeah, which is actually a good mod, by the way. But... yeah, I hate to say it, but stealing other people's mods without crediting them first is not a good idea. Yeah, if you try to change things up, you're not fooling anyone. Yeah, it's word of advice. Yeah, one last config to try out. Yeah, it has a broken... yeah, a broken engine. And a broken engine sound as well. Not very good. Yeah, and it's a disgrace to the actual car itself. It's based on the Holden Commodore. Yeah, absolutely not very good. Yeah, so this mod gets... why the frick is there a Piccolina engine sound in this car? Yeah, this mod gets a freaking 4 out of 10. Yeah, it has random engine sounds, and the crash model is not very good. It also has stolen mods. Yeah, the Arabic people are basically just mesh slaps of the Crash Hard crash dummies. Yeah, it's got broken engine sound. a broken body that makes it somehow less broken than automation mods. Yeah, I've made a lot of them. And the worst part is that it's a Bruckle Bastion mesh slab. Yeah, mesh slabs are never any good at BeamNG, and I do agree with several people on why they hate them so much. Let's send this car into the river. This is where it belongs, man. It belongs in the sea. Yeah, not off to a good start. I downloaded one other mod in Modland since it's Subaru Impreza. Yeah, it's a Subaru. The thumbnails look good, but does the mod itself deliver? Hey. Oh, wait a minute. The interior doesn't look that great, but the body looks great. Let's crash it. Yeah. Nice underbodies. Yeah, there's not much of an underbody. Yeah, so let's peel away the mesh. It actually has an original mesh. Although, I might get out the sunburst for comparison. I'm gonna see if this is a similar mesh to the sunburst. Yeah, I'm getting out the Sport RS for comparison. Yeah, even the sound isn't like other mods. Yeah, isn't like the previous mod that I taken a look at. Oh, come on. Not now. Yeah. Let's see. Let's put them side by side. Yeah, it is actually an original mesh model. It looks like that whoever worked on this mod actually did a good job on it. Bravo. Yeah, I don't think the mesh itself is adapted from any other mod, unlike the previous mod, which is an awful mesh slab. But what about the engine, you might ask? Well, there's no openable parts, but you can still open the hood with... Oh, good lord. Yeah. The engine model doesn't look that great. but at least the exterior looks good. You can clearly see that just needed a little more time with this mod. Because, to be fair, they actually did put a lot of effort into it. They even went as far to make an original J-beam for it. It doesn't look very much like the Hiroshi Sunburst's J-beam. And the interior could use some work, especially the lighting. Yeesh. Yeah, and the crash model could use work, but oh well. It is a half-decent mod. Let's test out another config. Yeah, the Street Tune config doesn't even look like how it is. Yeah, there needs to be work done here, but so far it does look somewhat decent. Although, yeah, there clearly needs to be a better engine model, and the interior's not that great. And there does need to be fixing with some configs, especially the Street Tune one. But overall, I would give it a 6 out of 10. And I've heard that the Nissan GTR mod in World of Mods is pretty amazing. Let's try out the carbon stance config. Yeah, again with you have to put your own tires on this car. But anyways, it's about to go downhill from there, because we got 3 mods from World of Mods. Let's take a look at them all, shall we? So yeah, the last mod was actually pretty decent. Yeah, it did need some work with the lighting, but once you see the engine itself, its full glory, it's not that bad. But anyways, that pales in comparison to the next mod that we're going to look at. And it's this thing, the Skoda Rapid. It looks good, but is it actually good? Well, let's find out. Yeah, broken license plates. Let's change that. Oh, come on. It's a broken Lua. Yeah, again with the lighting. But the interior does look better than the WRX. Yeah, it's just not that great of an interior. Although the gauge clusters do work, believe it or not. Yeah. crash model's somewhat decent. Let's use the no grabber to get it out of here. Oh look, we can take a look at the trunk. The trunk. Well, actually, it doesn't look too bad for one of those mods. What about the engine, you might ask? Yeah, again, no openable parts, and we can't even see the engine because there's no node grab for the engine itself. But we can see that it does look a lot like a sunburst engine. Now I wonder what will happen if we peel away the mesh. Okay. Bitch. It's a sunburst mesh slap. Good lord. It's a freaking mesh slap. I got tricked. So yeah. Amusing name, but unfortunately, it's a sunburst mesh slap. They literally use the same mesh from the sunburst. At least the Subaru Impreza had an original mesh. At least they tried. Yeah, I'm trying out the rally model. Wait a minute. This looks oddly familiar. I'm gonna freaking go in there. Yeah. I'm gonna load in the Hirochi Sunburst rally config. Okay, okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Except the Sunburst is actually faster. It's the same freaking car. It even has a freaking Sunburst rear wing. You're not even trying to hide the fact it's a mesh slap. Yeah. And this mod creator is also pretty infamous, by the way. He is infamous in the BeamNG community, so... yeah, it is below average, sadly. And if you thought that was bad, well, take a look at the shitty stance config. And you'll wish that you wouldn't be seeing everything now. Yeah, the wheels are clipping through the wheel wells. What? What? Yeah. You could tell that it's a friggin' sunburst mesh slap. So yeah, Qnimation made this mod in honor of his laughability. Let's crash. Yeah, it's not so great here. Take back everything I said with the crash mod being decent. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, like... It's also lagging for some reason. Why is it lag? I have a powerful computer. Yeah, this... Not very good. Yeah. Let's see the trunk again. Let's fling off the bumper. Can't get the freaking bumper off. Oh, there. Yeah. Yeah, there's actually a gaping black hole in the trunk. Our problem with the sunburst trunk. Yeah, it's somewhat detailed, except they do miss the mark on some things. So yeah, I would definitely give it a 5 out of 10. It's not the greatest mod out there. In fact, it's a freaking mesh slap. I mean, what do I gotta say about a mesh slap? Like, mesh slaps are the stuff of BeamNG meme legends. Next up is the Dodge Viper. Cool sound. But incorrect year data, by the way. Yeah, the Dodge Viper, this generation of Dodge Viper, was produced from 2013 up to 2018. Yeah, interior is... it does look somewhat decent, but what is up with the zoomed in view? Yeah. Non-working gauge cluster. Yeah, the gauge cluster doesn't even work, but the touchscreen works. It's pretty fast. But there's some problems with the crash model. Yeah, it's kind of like automation mods. But automation mods are somewhat competent in the crash models, though. And if we peel away the mesh, we get treated to... that looks somewhat familiar. Yeah, it's got a V10 engine, but the mesh looks familiar. Let's investigate. it's not an SBR4 mesh. But it does look like a mesh from another mod, which does go against the rules of BeamNG modding. Yeah. It is, yeah, the mesh doesn't actually match with the I'm not sure what kind of mesh it is, but I'm sure it's from another mod, which is a red flag. It's not an SBR4 mesh. And since there is a track config, let's take a look at it and drive up the Hirochi Raceway. Yeah, you really need to look up your data because the model years aren't even correct. Yeah, and the friggin' lights are kind of messy. There's some glare, but I do like the idea of having a Dodge Viper mod. I wish someone in the BeamNG repo would make a lore-friendly Dodge Viper. It's kind of a shame we don't have that. So, in my opinion, it's not that great of a mod. It does have its shortcomings. It's just an average mod. And of course, the crash model is not that great. It also has an over-rev risk. Yeah, if you try to rev it too hard. Get that. Yeah, I could probably do a better SRT Viper mod than this guy. And I could probably do it in automation. Yeah. I'm actually going to give this mod a rating of a 5 out of 10, and here's why. The mesh was stolen from another mod, and the crash model could use work, and of course, you also have problems with lights and the interior view being zoomed in, and the gauge doesn't even work. So yeah, has potential, but unfortunately, it does fall flat. But anyways, on to the mods from World of Mods. So let's go. You're not gonna believe this, but guess how you're supposed to download, well, I mean install World of Mods. Yeah, you go into this, say I want to install the say Gamera. And then you go into Documents. Go into Mod Manager Mods. Go into the folder that I've just went into. Then drag it over to mods, and there you go. And that is on top of having to having to download the mods from the site itself and waiting a bit for them. Yeah, you have to wait 30 seconds and then go through all that hoopla. I mean, come on, I just want to install the mod. But anyways, let's see what's in there. Yeah, the mods don't work that well either. Yeah, I'll try drag them over to the unpacked to see if they'll work any better. But yeah, it is such a hard step just to get the mods installed. Why couldn't it be like the BeamNG repository? BeamNG repository is so much better for BeamNG mods. Granted, you can't actually post any real world cars there, but it's still pretty good. So I'm going to select East Coast USA as usual and see if the mods actually work. And yeah, you also have to drag the mods into the unpacked folder or the repo folder, depending if it's in a packed or unpacked mod. Yeah, a zip packed mod to be more precise. And after all that trouble, are some of the mods even good? Well, about to find out. Yeah, I went through all that trouble, all that effort, just to get this. Yeah, there's no textures, and yeah, the interior is somewhat decent, except for the fact that I've heard that engine sounds familiar. Yeah, it has more power than I think the base model Rio. Let's see what's under the hood. Wait a minute, it has an openable hood. Oh, you need to open the door first. Yeah, you need to get into the interior just to open the hood latch. It actually does have an openable hood, which is cool. But let's see what the mesh looks like. Oh look, it's actually an original mesh that I've never actually seen on any other car. I've actually went to the effort of making an original mesh as opposed to slap together a Hirochi Sunburst mesh. I was expecting this to be a Hirochi Sunburst mesh slap. Yeah, so I'm going to get out a config of this Sunburst to compare it to. Yeah, it's actually an original mesh, which is surprising for World of Mods standards. Yeah, it actually looks different from the Hirochi Sunburst mesh. They've actually went to the effort to make an original mesh just for this car. I like to applaud them. It just goes to show that some of the mods on World of Mods can be good. Yeah, there's a missing license plate, but so far the mod itself actually has effort put into it. Yeah, there's tinted windows and some of the interior textures look weird, but so far it's actually a good effort. Yeah, it actually has an openable hood, which bravo, you actually managed to pull off. Yeah, and like I said, the mesh is original. Yeah, the J-beam is original. It's not some Hirochi Sunburst mesh slap. Although, let's see the trunk. Let's see how the trunk is. Yeah, the trunk could be better. But it is a good effort, though. I'm actually impressed. But I think that has to do with South Korean car trunks not being built that well. Because with South Korean cars, they always cut corners wherever they need to. Yeah. I'm actually impressed with the fact that they managed to make an original J-beam for this car and managed to not mess it up. I don't know what is up with the tinting, but it's still a good effort. And heck, even the speedometer works correctly. Let's crash this thing. Let's crash this Kia. Yeah, and the crash model is somewhat decent. Yeah, it is a proper shitbox, but it is a good model. no text, there's no textures, and there's no signs of it being a mesh slap of an already pre-existing car. Because the mesh that was used was actually original. And I'd like to give credit to the guy who made this mod. I think he might have done a good job on it. Heck, I've even heard that the Nissan GTR mod in World of Mods is also pretty impressive. Yeah, I thought this was going to be another sunburst mesh slap, but it turns out that whoever made this mod actually went to the effort to make an original mesh for it. Yeah, an original J-beam for it. Yeah. I mean, the Crash model might not be the best, but it's still pretty good for what it is. Because it's more effort than these mesh slaps. And it's a lot better, in my opinion, than even the Chevy Caprice, which is basically a Bastion mesh slap. So I give this car an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I give this mod an 8 out of 10, and there are even several configurations, although what I'm not impressed by is the fact that the taillight disappears when you crash it back into something. But it is a somewhat decent effort by one of these Modland World of Mod creators. Although this doesn't do anything. But we are about to look at the bad mods of World of Mods. So let's take a look at a mesh slap of a stolen mod, and you are not going to believe this. Be prepared, everyone. Be prepared. Yeah. It has no engine. Guys, if you're watching this video, and if you're making a planning to make a mod, please include an engine in your mod. Like, that's the one thing that you're supposed to have. And yeah, the underbody, yeah, there's no underbody, and there's not even a freaking suspension. It's all Bluetooth wheels and Bluetooth axles. And the mod itself doesn't even look that great. Yeah, the interior is just hideous. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I looked at the mesh. It looked like it came. Yeah, it looked like a modified ETK 1300 mesh, which, yeah, is mod stealing, by the way. Don't steal other people's mods and make them your own, guys. Yeah, let's do the crash model. Oh. We got no textures. There's a freaking no texture in the SUV itself. Yeah, you can hardly see it, but it's a no texture Why? Oh, and ETK rims! ETK rims! You can't be serious. Yeah, it literally has ETK rims. This mod is just a disaster. But let's see if the other configs are any better. We have the EU config and a high-end luxury config. Yeah. Base EU. No engine, but we could put one in there. Looks better than the other one, but does it still have Bluetooth access? Yeah, and you're not even trying to hide the fact that it's a lazy attempt, because it just has the same engines. There's no way that you can actually get away with something this bad. It is awful. You know what I want to do with this? I want to crash Vanzilla into it. Yeah, I want to show you one of my good mods that I created, not this garbage. Yeah, I could do a better job at making a mod in automation than this. Even the Kia Rio is much better. And that's just a mod of a cheap and cheerful car. Yeah, this is a mod that I've been working on. Planning on consolidating all the configs of the Fungo vehicles into one shared model. Yeah, get out of the way, man. Yeah, notice how Vanzilla's still going, even with taking damage from a crappy World of Mod mesh slap. That's what you get. And Vanzilla's back to normal because it goes by cartoon logic. Yeah, there's no textures in the headlights. Yeah, that mod is just, it gets an easy 3 out of 10 for me. The Brabus mod gets an easy 3 out of 10 for me, whereas this one is much better, because that is actually a great rendition of Vanzilla in BeamNG.drive. I've actually been working on the interior. It looks a lot better than that piece of garbage. So yeah, that mod, Brabus ML, is getting deleted. Anyways, let's move on to the Konensei Gamera. Hopefully it'll be better. Yeah, this car looks, it sounds awfully familiar. It has a problem with the axle. Please do not tell me that this is a Scintilla mesh slap. Because I am sick and tired of seeing mesh slaps. The Kia Rio is the best mod that I've had so far. Okay, let's go. Control T. Another freaking mesh slap. That's a freaking Scintilla. See, look. I'll load it in for you. I'll load in the Scintilla. The Scintilla is actually one of my favorite base vehicles in BeamNG.drive. Yeah, and this doesn't even sound like the friggin' Koenigsegg Gemera, by the way. The Gemera is supposed to have a 3-cylinder 2-liter TFG engine, aka the tiny friendly giant. I can actually make the same car in automation and prove it to you. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna... It's literally the same mesh. Dude, you gotta put more effort into your mod, man. That's just lazy. That's another thumbs down for me. But what about the crash model, you might ask? Well, you're about to find out. Oh, and there's no underbody, by the way. Yeah, that's another bad thing about this mod. Anyways, let's see the crash mod. Yeah. The half shaft is broken already. Ugh. It is borderline undrivable, man. They ruined a good car. I can't believe it. Hate to say this, but they really ruined a good car. They ruined the Scintilla. This is completely unacceptable. Oh, and the crash model is poor. Ugh, sheesh. What is that? There's no texture on there, and there's like stuff flying out of it. I hate to say it, but automation crash models are better. Yeah, there are better crash models in automation in exported mods than this one. Yeah, and the interior is, yeah, there's no dashboard, and there's no effort put into it whatsoever. Although the seats do look kind of nice, but still, it's a Scintilla mesh slap with one of the worst crash models that I've ever seen. And yeah, rear subframe. It's the same friggin' engine as the Scintilla. Yeah, I can prove to you that I will make a better representation of this car in BeamNG lore than here, because this is just a disgrace to the Gemera. The Gemera is a unique car that is the fastest multi-passenger car ever. Yeah, and yeah, you can even see the interior when you go. I hate to say it, but this might be the worst one yet. It's everything bad about World of Mods. Terrible crash model. A poorly put together mesh slap. interior that has a non-working dashboard, and the car is just borderline undrivable. Compare that to the Kia Rio. You actually do have some effort put into the Kia Rio. Yeah, I forgot to show the underbody. It's amazing that someone could do a better effort with a South Korean subcompact than a freaking hypercar. You should go back to the drawing board if your mod is that poor. At least this one has an original mesh. Let me see if I can select a license plate for it. Yeah, the plate doesn't show up. You really need to put in the plate, but it's still a good mod, though. It's not perfect. But it is still a good effort. A lot better than the Scintilla Mesh Slap there. Yeah, the Scintilla Mesh Slap Gamera gets a 2 out of 10. Easily the worst mod that I've ever encountered. And automation mods are better. Yeah, if you have a car, if even a Kia Rio is better than your slap together mesh slap, then you need to rethink your options. So yeah, so far we've looked at some mods in Modland World of Mods and Mods Gaming. Some good, some bad. But at the end of the day, it's best to get mods from the BeamNG repository, although you do get some good mods from those sites. They're just rare and hard to come by, and it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Yeah, I was expecting this mod to be bad, but it's actually good. Because the creator actually made an original J-beam for it. Yeah, I might keep this one as my uncle used to own this exact car in that same color. So yeah. Unless if you're planning to download a good mod from the site like the Kia Rio, avoid World of Mods at all costs. Unless if you're planning to have a good mod download. Heck, I've even heard that the Nissan GTR mod is good. So I might take a look at that one sometime. But for now, it's time to head out. Because I got another 200 subscriber special to finish. Anyways, catch you guys next time and peace out. Smaller channels are at risk, and every subscriber means a lot to them. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the latest Racer Cinema Productions videos. And together, we can help drive the YouTube algorithm away from this channel, so that I don't succumb to the fate of other smaller channels getting defeated by the viewer base